Good morning. Thank you for joining with me. We are in A Course in Miracles. This is the Foundation for Inner Peace, 3rd edition. And today we will start chapter 5. And I'm just going to read the introduction. I don't want to rush through the text. I think some days I try to get through the section and maybe I shouldn't. So I'll just follow Spirit and not follow my ego and try to decrease the reading. I read somewhere in one of the A Course in Miracle groups on Facebook that somebody's struggling getting through the text, and that made me think maybe I'm rushing myself, and there's no rush. Whether it takes a year or 2 years or 3 years, there's no rush. So I am going to slow down. That was a sign for me to just maybe do a page a day and not rush this. And I don't think that I'm rushing it, but I definitely always try to strive to complete an entire section, which sometimes can be 3 pages. And I think it's better just to take it piecemeal and just 1 page at a time. Maybe a page and a quarter, but no more than that. So I'll slow down a bit. Today we're going to read chapter 5, Healing and Wholeness, and this is the introduction. Let's go ahead and close our eyes for a prayer. Dear Father, if left to my own devices, my perception will be skewed. I surrender to you everything that I think and feel. God, please take my past, plan my future. Send your spirit to redeem my mind that I might be set free. May I be your channel, God, and serve the world. May I become who you would have me be, do what you would have me do, go where you would have me go, and say what you would have me say, and to whom. And so it is. Amen. Okay. Introduction to Chapter 5, Healing and Wholeness. To heal is to make happy. I have told you to think. Hello, so this is take 2. I already recorded the video this morning, but I apparently cut it off. So we are going to reread, or I am going to reread, the introduction of Chapter 5 in A Course in Miracles. I'm going to use part of the video that did record and go ahead and pick up the reading now. Healing and Wholeness, Chapter 5. This is the introduction. I am trusting, I am patient, I am knowing. I am trusting, I am patient, I am knowing. Chapter 5. Healing and Wholeness, Introduction. To heal is to make happy. I have told you to think how many opportunities you have had to gladden yourself and how many you have refused. This is the same as telling you that you have refused to heal yourself. The light that belongs to you is the light of joy. Radiance is not associated with sorrow. Joy calls forth an integrated willingness to share it and promotes the mind's natural impulse to respond as one. Those who attempt to heal without being wholly joyous themselves call forth different kinds of responses at the same time, and thus deprive others of the joy of responding wholeheartedly. To be wholehearted, you must be happy. If fear and love cannot coexist, and if it is impossible to be wholly fearful and remain alive, the only possible whole state is that of love. There is no difference between love and joy. Therefore, the only possible whole state is the wholly joyous. To heal or to make joyous is therefore the same as to integrate and to make one. That is why it makes no difference to what part or by what part of the sonship the healing is offered. Every part benefits and benefits equally. You are being blessed by the every beneficent thought of any of your brothers anywhere. You should want to bless them in return out of gratitude. You need not know them individually or they you. The light is so strong that it radiates throughout the sonship and returns thanks to the Father for radiating His joy upon it. Only God's holy children are worthy channels of His joy upon it. I'm going to try that again. Only God's holy children are worthy channels of His beautiful joy because only they are beautiful enough to hold it by sharing it. It is impossible for a child of God to love his neighbor except as himself. This is why the healer's prayer is, "Let me know this brother as I know myself. Let me know this brother as I know myself." What a beautiful reading. I got to read it twice today, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and move into meditation. Back supported, head and neck free. We will meditate on the principle or the title of Lesson 35. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. Back supported, head and neck free. I get to meditate again for the video. I thought I finished my lesson this morning and I didn't record any of it, most of it. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. So let's go ahead, eyes closed. I want to turn down the background noise. My husband's watching TV in the other room. So I'm not going to lead us in with the breathing exercises. It's a little bit loud here. Go ahead and do the 2x, 3x, and 4x breath yourself for a count of 3 in through the nose, and then double it as you exhale out of your mouth. And then we come to our senses, aligning with all 5 senses in our mind. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My brother is very holy. We are part of God. We are very holy. We are one. We are love. We are joy. We are seasons in the sun. I just started, almost broke out in song. We are joy. We are fun. We are seasons in the sun. Go ahead and connect to the joy of that. Connect to the gratitude. Think of 3 things now that you are grateful for. Then when you're ready, you may open your eyes. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. You are very holy. We are joy, we are fun, we are seasons in the sun. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining with me. Thank you. See you tomorrow.